Hey everybody, Marcus here. Within the MGTOW community, we have a number of people who speak of the collapse of society that is considered inevitable. Well, within philosophy, we have a habit of running thought experiments to try and pit our reason among seemingly impossible choices. What I want to do in this video is simple. I want to conduct a MGTOW thought experiment as to a doomsday scenario leaning on MGTOW thought to help and see what people would choose. So, in the spirit of inquiry, let us set the stage. Imagine that gynocentrism has ravaged pretty much all nations of the world. Economic collapse in America triggers a global chain reaction, causing all other nations to, one by one, give way to their own economic collapse. Wars begin to break out between nations. Over the course of 1 year, the entire world is at war. Some governments, who feared the worst, set up underground bunkers scattered around the world. Each bunker is completely self-contained. It has enough food and water to last for 5 years. In addition to this, the bunkers are completely airtight. The oxygen in the bunkers is supplied from canisters, which are also within the bunkers. There are medical facilities and medicines in the bunker to last for a decade. There are also specialized tools and weapons in the bunker. Nuclear bombs start being dropped on all populated areas. Billions are wiped out within a short period of time. The nuclear fallout is expected to settle within the 5-year period from this moment. The bunkers were set up to let some survive the worst of it, if only to emerge to a lawless, sparsely populated world. A group of survivors finds one of these bunkers. The bunker can only hold 10 people, but the group is 20 people in size. You cannot attempt to fit more than 10 people, because the oxygen will only sustain 10 for the 5-year period of lockdown. If you put in 11 people or more, they will all die before the doors of the bunker unlock due to suffocation. You can, however, choose to take less than 10. Now, I am going to list off the 20 people who are in the group of survivors. Now, knowing all that we know within MGTOW, of human nature, male-female dynamics, and so on, the question becomes, who would you choose? So, there are 10 women in the group and also 10 men. Let us start off with the women. The first woman is a 50-year-old woman who is a doctor. She's the only one in the group who understands medicine and could possibly use the medical facilities in the bunker. The second woman is a 13-year-old girl with no meaningful skills, but she is missing both her arms. The third woman is a 30-year-old woman who is a master chef. The fourth woman is a 23-year-old woman who is a model but is borderline retarded. The fifth is a 32-year-old woman who is a genius and a painter. The sixth is an 18-year-old woman who is ugly as sin. Now she has no meaningful skills, handicaps, or advantages otherwise. The seventh is a 13-year-old girl who is a 10 out of 10 but is literally mentally retarded. The eighth is an 18-year-old woman who is average looking, but it has a murderously violent disposition. The ninth is a 16-year-old girl who is good looking. Now she has no meaningful skills, advantages, or handicaps. However, she has herpes. The 10th is an 18-year-old woman who is a 10 out of 10, is an expert in horticulture, but is sterile. Now, let us look at the men. The first is a 60-year-old man who is a soldier. He's the only one who would know how to properly use and maintain all the weapons in the bunker. The second is an 18-year-old man who is an expert in horticulture, but is average every other way. The third is a 25-year-old man who is an Einstein-level genius and a philosopher. The fourth is a 35-year-old man who is average in every way. However, he is the only one in the group who knows how to use the communications equipment in the bunker. The fifth is a 30-year-old man who is a master at mixed martial arts. The sixth is a 40-year-old man who knows 7 different languages but is average every other way. The seventh is a 45-year-old man who is a master carpenter. The eighth is an 18-year-old man who is very strong but has no other meaningful traits. The ninth is a 35-year-old man who is a master at chemistry. And finally, our 10th man is going to be very special. To make this thought experiment more interesting, Let us suppose that all the men are blue pill men. Now, TFM keeps saying that he does not imagine he will survive the coming collapse, but hopes to be an influence on those who do survive. So when they will rebuild with MGTOW ideas. Well, we will give TFM a chance to survive the collapse. Our 10th man will be Turd Flinging Monkey. However, TFM will be the only MGTOW among a sea of blue pillars. If he is chosen, he will be stranded with blue pillars in a lawless dog-eat-dog world. Now, we will also attribute to him an age of 35 and mastery of economics. Now, mind you, I do not know TFM's stats, so the age I have assigned to him as well as the mastery are for balancing the character in the thought experiment. So, use only the information I have supplied in this description if you choose TFM, and do not make your decision on other qualities you imagine he possesses. His unique trait is that he is MGTOW and knows all the things that the real world TFM knows. One final note. Keep in mind all the different numbers. The people you choose will need to sit in that bunker for 5 years with no way out. There cannot be more than 10 of them in that bunker at once, or they will all die. Now clearly, when they emerge from the bunker, they will all be 5 years older than when they went in. Factor all of these things in when making your choices. Now, I really look forward in seeing what you guys choose, well, and why. These 20 characters are also listed in the description, so you can easily copy and paste your 10 winners. But for now, thanks for listening. Go team.